You don't want to know all the things I've found inside of an air breather, especially with the vehicle setting around. Joe Hutchins once again, Hutch Auto Service, Sales, and Power Sports. One of the things we're going to do when we're checking your oil is we're going to check out your air filter. Now if you look down in there, you got some debris down in it. You'll look, you got leaves. Sometimes, believe it or not, we'll find mice nests down inside of here. You don't want to know all the things I've found inside of an air breather, especially with the vehicle setting around. So it's your best opportunity to clean that stuff out. Why? Because you don't want it traveling through the intake into the motor. Now this is the one that came out of this car, and we would never recommend that, oh, you need to go and get a new filter at this point with something this clean. It's got a little bit of dirt on it, but for the most part, it's okay. Could you replace it? Yes, but we're not going to recommend it. You've got some life left on that one. Now that's a vast difference between this one, which came off of another vehicle, and you can see how dirty it is. It's embedded with material that's coming from the air and underneath the car and getting into the air box. So we're going to put this one back in, but we're always checking and looking in between the pleats and see if there's a bunch of residue. And you can see on this one where that it's loaded, it needs to be thrown away and replaced. And then on the opposite side, where this is what part goes up to your motor because it's not as dirty, but this is the stuff that's been filtering out. On this side, you can see is what you would say the filter side, and on the top side is clean. So it's literally got to go through all this in order to get to the intake of the vehicle. This product's fine. We're going to put it back in the car for the customer. We're not going to charge them for this, but we are going to check it out. And we're doing that as a service to you. Once again, Joe Hutchins, Hutch Auto, Service, Sales, and Power Sports. We care about your car. We hope you do, and we hope you'll give us the opportunity to service your vehicle. Thank you. They can be a little tricky sometimes getting them back into where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to kind of, sometimes you got to fight them a little bit. Not too bad.
Just I'm the one who replaced it, so I know how much of a pain it is.
Yeah. And it's just making sure you're getting your clips back on here. Every now and again, over as a car ages, you're probably going to lose one of these clips. They're probably going to break. Probably someone going to argue that, hey, you got to replace that clip. But as long as the box is good and sturdy and it's holding in place, we're not going to worry about chasing down a clip. But because it's plastic, it's going to deteriorate. It may come a time when you need a new air box in order to hold the filter. So look at this. With a little bit of time, this is set there and I turned it over. Look at this, got on this car. You don't want that in the air filter system of the car. If you get it in there. One other thing I'm going to point out on this gentleman's car while we're working on it. You see this? This is evidence of parking underneath of trees. Now here's the thing. If this is like this right now, and it gets underneath this car, this is the stuff that gets inside of here, and that's the stuff you're trying to keep out of the intake of your vehicle. So, what's my suggestion? Once or twice a year, you as a consumer, clean this stuff out. This is where all your air comes into your vehicle, the air you're breathing, fresh air from the outside. If you've got a bunch of leaves clogging that up, it's going to smell kind of moldy and funky. So, something to think about. Clean it out, please, once a year. It'll make your life a little better. Thank you.